kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They almost got a first down there, stopped a yard short. It'll be third down.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. He'll keep it on the sneak. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Hauls it in. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. It's on target and complete. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud.
Turning it on. Got enough for the first down. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Quick release by the QB. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for him else.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Trying play action. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. from the gun, wants to pass. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They're going to test the right side with this one. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll give it to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
So no dice on third down, and they'll punt it away on fourth. Takes it on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. That's reeled in. It's Moore. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They'll toss it to the left. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. You can tell they pull the trigger so fast. Get to the back. Get him on the ground quickly.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Quick release on the RPO. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Snagged in the middle. It's Ross. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Man, just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field, make plays for you.
Holds and fires complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
And the try is no good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They'll leave it with him. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Handoff to the lone back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick, the offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Working that left side. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They go to the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. With the catch, it's Moore. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Toss sweep to the right. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man on the right. And he's got a touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So an 82-yard drive there. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. The give to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. A running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Galloway. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
To the air on 1st down. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to get it through the air. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
How about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
They bring the punter onto the field now. Wants to bring it back. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the offense onto the field again. The run from the shotgun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play. Third down coming up.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They'll try to get the first through the air. A strike downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Moore. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. On the move. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Loss of 4. Brings up second and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's third and goal. The throw. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but fourth and short. Now, decision time, baby.
And here comes the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Smashes it between the uprights. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like we just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Man, offenses are getting really creative in the way they run their counter plays now. They pull different guys. They pull a guard. They pull a tackle. They pull a guard and a tackle. So really keeping the defenses off balance. You can't just key on wherever the tight end is. You got to realize they can show you one thing and come back with another.
Fakes the grab on the left. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Right on the money. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
That last completion sets him up on second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Now the play fake. Going for it all. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Give to the running back. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Charlotte. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Jerry Richardson Stadium.
Just about set to get this second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Trying to set the tone with the run. There he goes. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
They'll ride the hot hand. Jukes his way for more. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a hit. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And they get the sack, but they knew it was a pass. You go nickel, you're bringing more speed on the field, more DBs. You let the pass rush eat. Everybody communicates, right? Like you understand by formation, by tendency, they're throwing the football. Nice job by the defense understanding what the offense was trying to do.
And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Offense making its way under the field to start the drive. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Using his legs, it's Morris. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Got it behind the line. It's Morris. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Ross. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Sends it back in motion. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it down the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
And that's a good 2nd down run. Commit to the running game, run the football, great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. 1st and goal. And this remains at the 2.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Motion from the back. Snap to the back. touchdown.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They marched 72 yards, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll go back to work on offense. Looking downfield on first down. Quick completion on the out. At the 40, there he goes. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. They'll send the back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Picks up the first down, still moving. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch near the sideline, but he's down immediately before he gained an inch. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. To the ground with the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Right back to him on the ground. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll run the sneak for it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Here's the handoff. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They've already peeled more than 3 minutes off the clock on this drive as they stand over the ball on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. That gives him a 16-10 lead. kick it away. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Off the play fake on first down. Got the back over the middle. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Off the play fake. He's got an open man. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They just keep firing. Snags it over the middle. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Big part of the offensive game plan is yards after the catch, but none available there.
I like the idea on offense of trying to spit the ball outside quickly and see if your guy can make something happen in space, but give the defense credit. They rallied to the ball, got him on the ground.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll go to the air. Sets up the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. The lead sliced to 3 at 16-13.
And that's massive. All the pressure on your defense now. You've made the field goal. You've got to get the ball back. You need one more kick. That's what you need. And so the defense has to be ready to take the field right now, play with intensity, play with energy, and get it back to the offense quickly.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Going to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They bring the punter onto the field now. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll haul it in right around the logo. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Leaves it with the running back. Shakes off the defender. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Brings up third down.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ross. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
This quarterback looks in complete control, not flustered, into the game situation, connecting on his passes. Nice job knowing his answers. Got to keep this rolling here to try to make this thing interesting.
Here comes the offense on second down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Richmond. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
This is an area of the field now you just cannot afford negative plays. Whether you're going to throw it or you're going to run it, you're in position right now to score points and win this game. You've got one timeout in your back pocket still. No matter what, you cannot go backwards.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on second down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he's in for the touchdown.
And what a job by the offense, coming up with a huge play when they absolutely had to have it the most. There are virtually seconds left on the clock right now. Big-time players making big plays in big games to close this thing out.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
And that's good enough for first down.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it.